Welcome to Midnight Archives, where fear is only the beginning.
I didn't believe in ghosts until I stayed at the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. At first, it seemed like any other luxurious, historical hotel, until I heard the whispers. Now, I can't stop hearing them, even when I'm alone. This is the story of what happened on that terrifying night. I had always wanted to visit the Stanley Hotel, especially after hearing about its eerie reputation. Built in 1909, it's the place Stephen King was inspired to write The Shining. But there's something more sinister to the place than just its history. I checked in late at night, the kind of time when the hotel's grandeur made it feel like a scene straight out of a horror movie. The lobby was empty, and the lights flickered just enough to make me uneasy. As I walked to my room, the hallway felt off. There was an old portrait hanging on the wall, a woman whose eyes seemed to follow me. I tried to brush it off as my imagination, but the feeling of being watched didn't go away. I shrugged it off and went to my room, which was in one of the older sections of the hotel. The room was cold. I turned on the lights, but they flickered for a moment before settling. I figured it was just the old wiring, but when I lay down on the bed, that's when I first heard it. A soft whisper. At first I thought it was the wind or maybe someone in the hallway. But then it came again, closer this time. It was a woman's voice, too soft to understand, but it was there. I sat up, the hairs on the back of my neck standing up. I looked around the room. Nothing. I tried to ignore it, but the whispering grew louder. It wasn't just one voice anymore. It was several, echoing through the walls, around the corners, under the floorboards. It wasn't English, but it felt like it was speaking directly to me. My heart raced. I grabbed my phone, planning to call the front desk, but the signal was gone. Nothing but static on the line. I left the room and wandered down the corridor, hoping to find someone who could explain what was going on. But the hallway was eerily quiet, like the entire hotel had been abandoned. I turned back to my room, but when I opened the door, something was different. The layout had changed. The furniture was slightly out of place. The bed was no longer in its usual position. I thought I was losing my mind. I stepped in, and that's when the whispers stopped. I was standing there, confused, when I saw it, just for a moment. A figure, translucent, standing near the bed. It was a woman, her face pale and distorted. Her lips moved, but no sound came out. I turned to run, but the door slammed shut behind me. The whispers grew louder. Now, it was like they were all around me, in the walls, the floor, the ceiling. Get out now, it whispered in unison. The last thing I remember was the woman's face, just inches from mine, her cold breath on my skin. I don't remember how I left the room, but when I woke up, I was outside in the parking lot, shivering, heart racing. The hotel was quiet again, as if nothing had happened. I never went back inside. I've heard whispers in my dreams since that night, and I can't escape them. I don't know what I saw, but I know one thing for sure. The Stanley Hotel is more than just a place. It's a doorway to something else. What do you think happened to me? Was it just my mind playing tricks, or was the hotel truly haunted? I want to know your thoughts in the comments below.